In this video I'm going to be showing you how to replace an internal door. I've got a brand new door and I'm going to be using Hiatt Hardware's complete door set, which comes with hinges, handles and the door mechanism so that we can replace them all together. You can now remove your door. The first thing you'll need to do is have your door laid flat in your home for up to 3 days so that it can adjust to your home environment. That way it has the ability to expand or contract according to the environment of your house. Now that we've had the door sitting for 3 days in the house, we've got to mark it up and see if the door needs trimming in order to fit it into the frame. So we're going to line it up, and as you can see here, I'm going to mark on my door. Got my measurements of the top here, and I'm going to transfer this to my workbench to take it off, but I'm not going to take it off the top, I'm going to take it off the bottom. So I'm going to transfer my measurement here to the bottom, and I'm going to add 3mm to it, and that is to make sure that we've got the clearance, and you've got to take into consideration if you've got carpet on your floor. Now we're going to cut our door to size. Now that I've got the right height of my door and I've trimmed that down to size, I'm now going to measure the width of it. Mark with a pencil where you need to trim and add 3mm to the measurement, making sure you trim equally off both sides of the door. Once your door is cut to size, place it into the frame using a couple of wedges to get it to the right height. Then use a pencil to mark out where the hinges will go on the door. Now you want to get your hinge and you want to put it up against where your measurements are, and you're going to get a sharp pencil and mark your area. You then want to use the thickness of your hinge to see how much you need to go in so that it's flush. Once you have marked out your area, with a sharp chisel go around your border. Once you have made your cuts around the border, make small cuts 5mm apart so that you don't split the wood. Now with the flat side of your chisel facing the door, chip away the wood. Now use your hinge as a guide to create some pilot holes. The pilot holes will stop the wood splitting when you screw your screws in. Put your door at 90 degrees and screw in one screw at the top hinge and one screw at the bottom hinge. Check to see if your door swings correctly and then screw in the remaining screws. There you have it. Now you've got your door attached to your frame. I'm now going to show you how to attach your latch mechanism inside your door and attach the handles. Measure the height for where you want your latch to go. The recommended height is between 90 centimeters and 110 centimeters. Once you've got the height that you wanted on your door, you're going to measure into the center of your door. Got my mark on the door where I want to drill. I'm then going to measure my mechanism here, and I'm going to go the diagonal so that I can see what drill bit I need to use. When you're going to drill here, make sure the door is wedged on both sides. Right, here we go. I've got my hole drilled. I'm going to check that that's the right size, which it is, and now I am going to mark out my latch. Once you have marked out your latch, you will need to chisel out the depth of your latch so that it sits flush in your door. Now you'll need to measure where you put your hole, so if you put your latch flush with the door and mark with a pencil through the hole. Drill through one side of the door using your drill bit with only the point going through to the other side. Now use the small hole that the point is made from your drill as a guide as to where to make your hole on the other side. What I would do at this point normally is paint the door. Once your door is painted, it's time to attach the latch mechanism. Place your spindle through the door and put your handles over the top. Then use the handle as a guide to put pilot holes in with your drill. Carefully screw the screws into the handle, making sure not to scratch the handle. Where I already have a latch on my frame, I'm just going to remove the old one and put the new one on. If you were to need to put a new one into your frame, you would need to mark it out with a pencil and then chisel it out. There you have it, your fully hung door with your new latches. Don't forget, you can get the full set from Hiatt Hardware.